Hello, welcome back to John's Fiddle Lessons at BluegrassDaddy.com. This is a quick tutorial for rock on how to play chords on the fiddle. I'm going to do a whole series on playing chords on the fiddle, but let's take a quick look at a fast song in the key of A. We're going to do Boil Them Cabbage Down. You already know it. But if you don't, that's it. And then in the tablature, the chords are written above each chord change, above the note that changes the chord. And so you have an A chord, D, A, E, A, D, A, E, A. So the guitar player can play along, but also if you're playing fiddle back up behind another fiddler or the guitar, when the guitar takes a lead break, you want to play chords behind it. Now, when I played those chords, I played them up here in the high register. But when you play backup, you want to keep it down low and out of the way of the lead instrument. So let's take a look at those three chords. You've got an A, a D, and an E. And I'll go into the theory elsewhere, but I'll go ahead and tell you that the three harmonic notes of an A chord are A, B, C sharp, and E. A, C sharp, and E. And so let's go down to those G and the D strings and find all my A sharps, A, C sharps, and E's. So here's an A, it's a G1. I have a C sharp here, it's a G3 high. I have an E on the D1 and another A up here on the D4. My dog has fleas. There you go, that's an A chord. So when I play chords, I can do any combination of those four notes that I just played. I can go, I can play 3 and 1, I can play 3 and 4, play 1 and 4, as long as I'm on those four notes. The easiest way is just to bar it and play 1 and 1. And that's an A chord on the fiddle. Alright, let's look at the D chord. A D chord is going to be D, F sharp, and A. D, F sharp, and A, without looking at the theory behind it. And I can find those notes. Here's an A. It's a G1. Here's a D. It's actually a G4. I can play the D open as well. I can play an F sharp, playing a D2. And then up here on the D4, I have another A note. So there's 5 different places I can play D, F sharp, and A on these low 2 strings. And so any combination of those, any two notes, gives me a D chord. And so let me play some D chords for you. Here's G1, D open. Here's G1, D2. Okay. That's the A and the F sharp. Here, these are both A's. Here I'm barring the 4th finger on the G and the A strings. Okay, that gives me an A and a D. I can do 4 and the 2. Okay, so I've got a D and an F sharp. So any of those notes. Now let's look at an E chord. Now the E chord is made of E, G sharp, and B. So where can I find those notes? Well, starting on the G string, I find a G sharp here. It's in G1 flat. There's an E. So that's a B. So there's a B here at my G2. Now I have an E up here on the D1. And I have there's another G sharp up there. It's a D, 3 high. So any of those 4 notes make my E chord. And so let me play some combinations. I can play the G1 flat, that's my G sharp, and the E on the D string, the E1, but since I'm already using the 1 on the G sharp, I have to use my second finger down here in the D1 position to play that E note. So here's that. There's an E chord. Also, I can play a G2, D1. Okay, so I'm playing B and A. I can come up here, play a G2, which is the B, and a G sharp up here with a 3 high. So there's B and G sharp. I can play octave G sharps. So those are my possibilities for playing an E chord. Alright, so now that you know where to find the chords, and I have given you too many. Let me simplify it. Let's just do like this. When we play the A chord, let's bar 1s, okay, on the G and the D string. So there's my A and E for an A chord. When I play a D chord, an easy way to do that is I can keep my A chord down and just put a second finger down on the D string. Alright, that way now I have the A and the F sharp of my D chord. Or I could just play A1 D open, and that's easy too. So now when I play an E, let me just play the first finger D and the G2. So I'm playing B and E there together. So I have an A, D, back to A, E. And so you can do different combinations as well. I'll give you an example here in a few minutes. Alright, so now when to play the chords? Well, the guitar is strumming like this. Boom strum, bass strum, bass strum, in a pattern of 4 beats. So it's bass, strum, another bass note, strum. That makes our 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass, strum, bass, strum. And so you can tell that the bass is on 1, 3, 1 and 3, and 1 and 3. But our strums are on 2 and 4, and strum and 4 and 2 and 4. So we're going bass on 1 and 3, strum on 2 and 4. Now the bass fiddle plays just 1 and 3. Boom, 2, boom, 4, boom, 2, boom, 4. And the mandolin just chops on the 2 and 4. 1, chop, 3, chop, 1, chop, 3, chop. Okay? And so you've got this back and forth that makes a balance in a bluegrass band, with the bass and the guitar doing the bass note on the 1 and 3s, and the mandolin and the guitar strum happening at the 2 and the 4. And so the fiddle joins in with the mandolin. It plays on the 2 and 4. So here's a 1, 2. Let's do an A note, barring these first two. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see I'm lifting my hand on 1 and 3, and I'm bringing it down on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that gets boring, and so sometimes I'll hit the strings on the up when I'm doing the 1. So I'll sometimes do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm still just bringing up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so with that in mind, let's play Boil the Cabbage Down and try to get these chord changes. Okay? Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boil them cabbage down, change. Boil them cabbage down like the hoe cake brown. Only song that I can sing is boil them cabbage down. Oh, that was hard, wasn't it? Alright, so let's take a closer look. We're playing the chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Boil them cabbage, now D. Back to A. Now E. Now A. Now D. Now A. D and A. I think it was A, E, A. A, E, A. boil them cabbage down, boys, bake that hoe cake brown. The only song that I can sing is boil them cabbage down. Now, if changing the chords gets too hard for you, you can always fall back on the basic chop, which is where you mute the strings and just chop on 2 and 4. Boil 1, 2, 3, 4. Hear that? 2, 3, 4. Boil them cabbage down, boys. Bake that hoe cake brown. The only song, because you know what? The guitar and the mandolin, to some extent, are playing those notes. You don't need to really add to the notes. In fact, if your notes aren't in tune, it may make it sound worse. So sometimes it's better just to mute and chop. Let's do it faster. Well, boil them cabbage down, boys. Bake that hoe cake brown. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Boil them cabbage down. Bake that hoe cake brown. The only song that I can sing is boil them cabbage down. Let me do it with some up ones thrown in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Boil them cabbage down, boys. Bake that hoe cake brown, boys. The only song I can sing is boil them cabbage down. Alright, now let me do it with the chords thrown in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boil them cabbage down, boys. Bake that hoe cake brown. The only song that I can sing is boil them cabbage down. And so you hear how I'm hitting it. I'm not going boil them cabbage down, boys. Bake that hoe cake brown. The only song that I can sing is boil them cabbage down. And you may think, oh, that sounds good. Well, not with the band, it doesn't. So let's make it sharp. Boil them cabbage down, boys. Bake that hoe cake brown. Only song that I can sing is boil them cabbage down. Well, that was a little fancier. I'm not going to teach you how to do that. Actually, I will, but later. Hope you enjoy a little bit of chording there with Boil the Cabbage.